You อ Yo, what up? How's it going, Open Rhythm? How's your weekend? Yes, I got another cow. I'm excited, but I need to figure out how to milk him because I think you require a certain amount of affection, man. You see, it's only 2 affection. I need to make it more so that it can give me some nice stuff. Sorry, I'm using old CRT TV, so the scan lines are crazy. Yo, wait, are you watching the stream with scan lines on? That's pretty cool, man. Yo, yeah, I'm from New Zealand, bro. How did you tell? Yeah, I think I have an accent. It's not very strong, but it's there. Well, that's cool, man. I have a lot of viewers from, well, I don't know where they are now, but I used to have quite a bit from Australia. Quite a bit of viewership from Australia. I don't know where everyone's at. I know Tony in the chat, Tony Pepperoni. He comes sometimes to the chat, and he's from Aussie as well. So we have a good number of fair share of Aussies. Then I have a few New Zealanders that watch as well. But it's a mixed bag, eh? There's people from America as well that pop by. It's a nice mixed bag. I don't really think I have an accent, to be honest. It's kind of in the middle because I think I consume so much, or at least I used to consume a lot of media, like American media, then my accent is morphs over time. But yeah. But it's good if I have a New Zealand accent, to be honest. I never thought I did. Yesterday I tried playing a different game. It's crazy, when you switch games on YouTube, it really does kill viewership, if I cared enough. But I played a new game. I tried it. It was called I'm super into these games, but a lot of people aren't, or it's very niche, I should say. It's called Caves of Cud. Dude, that game is very good. If you're ever interested in procedural generation, bro, it's a good game, I think. Yeah, it's a good game. For sure. It's great. I want to play more of it in the future, but yeah, maybe we'll do it another time. I'm not too sure. I was gonna do it today actually, but I thought I'd go back to this to see to continue. You know what I mean? Consistency is key with YouTube. That's why I upload mostly music. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. I do get that, but I guess I'm not somebody who sticks around for ages on something. You know what I mean? Like Harvest Moon is great because it's long, and so I can. But what happens if I'm done? You know, I'm done with Harvest Moon. Maybe I'm tired of the game. Maybe that will happen. Maybe I'll burn myself out. It happens. You know, the transition between this and into something else is pretty difficult. I guess I find. Oh yeah, grab your coffee, mate. Oh, I got milk! Oh my god, I got milk! I got milk! Yay! Oh my! It's only once. It looks like it's only once per day, or one milk per day. That's so cool. That's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Actually, holy moly! Holy moly! Come back at random. Fair enough. I'm gonna do a number on my kettle if it stays this low. It's all good, bro. Take it down, man. Take your time. Also, I did go to the Yu-Gi-Oh shop. I'm not Yu-Gi-Oh shop. I went to the card shop and I played some Yu-Gi-Oh with my mates, and that was fun. And then I got lucky and I pulled a very expensive card, so I'm very happy about that. I'm gonna be trading it for a bunch of cards from my mates. So that's cool. That's cool. That's what happened over there, over that time period. I don't really like the basket, bro. I don't get it. It doesn't really feel like it does much. It's just another box to place things into, but I don't get it. I don't understand. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, oh wait, the rainbow guys didn't come through. I better complete all my farming business, and then I need to employ them for another week. But it is the 24th. We don't have a lot of days. I need to get a heat house or somehow upgrade my farm or something. A heat glass, a glass house. So I can do whatever I want. Oy, oy, oy. I also just realized that it might be worth it to put a chicken here and then sell that chicken. You know what I mean? But I don't know if it's worth it. Place one of the eggs there and then like minus a couple of money for a day, and then we make it chicken and then sell the chicken for an immense amount of cash. You know, that's also an option. You sell any sick chickens? Fair enough. I need to stock up on food for the upcoming winter. Winter is coming. I was thinking of getting a third cow before winter, but I don't know if that's gonna be viable at this point. I have no idea. I also hear there's a hot house that can get damaged in storms, but I think you gotta get that built, so it's not even practical for you right now. True. So true, brother. Alright, we're here at the house. Who needs absolute loving? I guess everyone. I'm trying to get all of their stats up every time I hire them. So I always give them the flower. You know what I mean? And max give them, I boost their flower up to oblivion. Flower intake. They're little flower sprites. They're so happy about flower. Wait, did you even hear me at all? I said yes. I'm sorry. My mic was muted, but I did say I did remember that game because you told it to me last time, and you remembered that it was a pain in the ass a little bit when you were talking about it last time because we saw it on the stream together. I did remember that. Don't worry, I did remember that. Sorry if you didn't hear me. I thought my mic was on. I turned it off because of all the background noises. But yeah, I don't often go after the runestones, though I just play to get the next level. Until then, none left. Fair enough. I remember the game. It was a top-down game. It looks like a kind of like a crawling game, dungeon vibes. I remember it was on the PlayStation 1. You did talk about it. The cover art is like yellow, blue, green, and red, or something like the characters in front. And you can play the different classes. I assume was my understanding. Kind of like a Diablo-esque kind of vibe. I do remember this. And you get the different loot that gives you different abilities and weapons and stuff like that, or something like that. Something similar to that, I would say. Oh, shit, man. Oh, man, it's so hot. I was just complaining a second ago. It's so hot, bro. It's so hot. It's so hot right now. But yeah. I don't want people to get too excited. I don't want you to get too excited. But I have started writing up and designing a vertical slice of a game that I am going to make. I'm planning to make. I'm not going to promise anything. Pretend that this doesn't exist, because it doesn't yet. But I have begun. And I'm going to do an approach. Oh, let me buy some chicken feed, man. Oh. A vertical slice is like a small tester. Like it's like trying to get the essence of the game done. If that makes any sense whatsoever. It's like, how do I say? Wait, 1 second. Let me think about it for a minute. Okay, let's say your game that you play, the main mechanics of the game, you know that this is what makes it tick, this is what makes it work. You want to make sure that that part of it is really fun. So to vertical slice the game, you make sure you design the core mechanics and you test those out until oblivion. You know what I mean? Forget about the graphics, forget about what it looks like. Make sure that those core mechanics is like on point before you move on to making anything else. You know what I mean? That's what I mean by vertical slice. So if you were to make a vertical slice of Harvest Moon, so it's like creating a small, maybe 4x4 blocks of grass, like a capability to make, like if you're coding the game from scratch, 4x4 of the ground with the possibility to till the ground, that's a mechanic. The possibility to water the ground, that's a mechanic. You give yourself some seeds so you can put the seeds on the ground and see if that's cool. Watch the seeds grow, that's also a mechanic. This is like a very specific, diluted, like we don't have any town, we don't have any characters, we're making sure that the core game loop is like perfect. Yeah, it's kind of like the foundations of a sketch, for sure. I would give you that as an analogy, for sure. I would say that's the thing. So I've started to design or write the oh no, I wasn't supposed to do that. I started to write or design that's what I decided. That's what I started at least. So no, don't read the diary. No. I wanted to save, but oh, I'll have to play this out. Now look at the boys walk in, bro. Look at them. Absolute kings. Let's go milk my cows. Give him a brush and milk my cows. Why don't we? Honestly, I don't even think it's a sketch before the color. If I'm being totally real with you, I think it is the. It is not even the sketch, it's the blocks or whatever that you use. It's like the blocks? I don't know how to say it. But anyways, it doesn't exist. Don't, I'm not like, don't, it doesn't exist, you know? Let's put the pressure super low. If I decide to give up, I can decide to give up. But I've had this idea for so long. I would be doing myself a disservice if I never got around to it. You know what I mean? Like if I never ever did it, I would feel horrible because I know what I want. I know what it is. This guy, man, his combo. Some of those elves are lazy ass. Just saying. I know, bro. They are. I know. Some of them are pretty lazy, bro. Yeah, I'm pretty chill. I enjoy the process of problem solving, even if it's frustrating. I go for a walk, come back, I'll be like, oh shit, maybe I do it like this, maybe I don't. Or I search up online. I like to look at Google and Stack Overflow is one of my favorite, except for the fact that everyone starts roasting each other when anyone asks a question, so I never actually ask questions on there anymore. Or, frankly, I've never done it ever, because honestly, it's the most insane thing ever. So I just look at the answers that people provide and see if that works for me. There are places like the Reddit is also, well, Reddit is like meh for coding answers, to be honest with you. It's kind of more like for coding memes, not answers, to be honest, if I'm being totally real. But I do like that process. I like to write things down on paper as well. You mentioned paper earlier. Yeah, I like to write it down. Like for example, just started designing or I shouldn't say designer, it's not that sophisticated. I started writing down what my core data structures are gonna be, things like that. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. I enjoy that process of like thinking about, okay, well, what is a piece of grass? Or what is a tile? Like, oh, well, a tile could be a piece of flooring. Well, what kind of flooring could we have? We could have wood. We could have concrete. We could have different representations. But let's not think about them as floors. Let's not think about it as concrete. Think about it as data. Think of it as data. Oh, okay, fine. Think about it as data. Okay, fine. Think about it as data. Okay, here we go. Well, okay, a tile could be a wall, it could be a floor, and it could be, I don't know, wall, a floor, and it could be, I don't know, water or lava or something like that. Something silly like that. Okay, fine. Well, that's that. Then, okay, well, if it's a wall, what is the properties of a wall? Well, properties of a wall, maybe you think about it as something that's solid. You know, it's got some collision to it. You can't really, if a tile is a wall, you can't really walk past it. Or maybe in the future you might say, oh, actually, you know what? There is a way you can walk past it. There's this, you know, maybe your character has the ability to phase through walls. And you're like, well, okay, fine, but that's a property of the player, not the property of the wall. So if the player has a property of phasing, then allow for phasing for 2 turns or whatever the heck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally love that shit so much, bro. I love cascading effects, bro. That's one of my favorite. That's what drew me to that game yesterday. If you watched my stream from yesterday, I started playing this game called Caves of Qud. I mentioned it earlier. That game is like right up my alley. It literally is close to what I hope to achieve. Obviously, they spent years and years and years building it, so I'm gonna be real. It's probably never gonna happen for me. But that being said, definitely something up my alley, to be honest with you. That entire game is very, very reminiscent of what I want to achieve at some point. Oh my god, this guy's closed on Sunday. Purple slacking, bro, they're all slacking. Bro, they're all slacking, bro. Yes. So anyway, so you think about the tiles and what they are, and you apply different properties to them. Maybe a tile, maybe I want to design a tile that is wood, okay? But you don't think of it as wood, you think of it as what wood is. So wood is a piece of flooring, right? It's a floor, it would be a floor type. The properties would be some representation of flammability, so that if a fire, something that induces fire occurs onto it, it starts engulfing itself in flame, and then there's a state of that floor that changes from wooden to a charred piece of wood. What is a charred piece of wood? It becomes brittle, it becomes weak, you fall through it, blah blah blah. This shit is cinema. That's all. Anyway, so that's what I'm up to. I'm gonna create a small vertical slice, and I'm gonna, you know, one thing that's interesting, I started reading about it the other day as well. If you're interested, you can search it up. I'm a big DOP. I'm a big DOP. You know, that's just me. That's why I'm always using C. So I'm a big DOPper. You know what I mean? Data-oriented programming. Right? Big W. You know, big fan. Or data-oriented design. I'm a big DOD. Big fan of DOD. And the idea is you represent things not by what they are, as in human terms. You represent it. You talk about it as in what the data needs to be moved. What, instead of what it is as an object, you think of what data needs to be moved. How many times do you access this piece of information over another piece of information and group information based on accessibility? Why? It's cache efficient, right? If you want to get super nitty gritty, you do that, right? You care about that. You care about how fast you can access and you know, put things away and stuff like that. So anyways, so putting that aside, there is a new thing, or not a new thing, but I've been aware of it, but I've never done it before, to be honest with you. Or I've never consciously done it, is probably the right way of thinking about it. Decoupling. Decoupling your functions, decoupling your code based on the arbitrary lines that you draw between the groups of code that you design is so cool. I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, wait a minute, man. I was like, give me a moment. Hold on. Pause. If you think about it. Doom is a perfect example of this. if you're somebody who's I guess interested in this stuff, you will know what Doom is. Doom is like the stuff that id Software made. You know, the really god tier level programmer. What's his name? John Carmack. Okay, anyways, that guy, he created, or the team over there, they thought of this idea of creating a platform layer, creating a game logic layer, and having that separation. All right. So, to me, that is super interesting, because what they did is they created like it's kind of like one of the earliest forms of like I don't know if it's the earliest forms. I don't want to speak out of turn, but it's like an API. You know what I mean? You create the logic in the back, and then you expose some functions that other things can call. So they treated their game in a way that the game logic exposes functions to the platform layer that is independently coded by whoever the fuck to be used, and the game logic doesn't need to be modified at all. The platform logic is what you modify. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's super sick. Honestly, it's super sick, man. The idea is that you can create game logic and then have a platform layer developed by whoever to run Doom on a computer, to run Doom on a calculator. The only thing that ever needs to be changed is the platform layer. That's it. Isn't that fascinating? Anyways. You seem very passionate about this. Are you some kind of professional? I don't like to call myself professional because I don't think I'm up that level to be calling myself a professional. But I like to think I'm alright, you know? I went to school for it in uni. I went to university for it. But I still don't think I'm a bit of a dumbass, to be honest with you. It's I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like a dumbass. I don't think I'm very good compared to like my peers or whatever. I do it for work, kind of. My work is a bit of a mixture of a mixed bag. It's not pure programming like I want it to be. It's not low-level programming like the stuff that I'm super into right now, but it is programming. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. It's like how drivers are a gateway to hardware and the OS. Exactly. Yes, man. If you get paid by doing something, you are a professional by definition. Okay, thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. Thanks, One Day of Peace. I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess you could call me the professional. No, I'm just kidding. Don't call me that. I don't think I deserve that, to be honest. Even if I do it for work, I don't feel it, to be honest. I appreciate it though. Thanks. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna wrap things up, I've got a meeting this evening, so I can't stay up for too long. And I plan to actually continue writing that design or whatever that I told you guys about. I've slowly started to grasp SDL3, which is the Simple Direct Media Layer library for like application software or like creating visuals with C, which is pretty cool. And so hopefully in the future you guys might see something produced. Then yeah, that'll be cool. But yeah, I'll share any stuff that I do in regards to that little game project that I want to do. I'll let you guys know how things go there, okay? So take care. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream. I probably will play this game, or I will try Caves of Cud if anyone is interested. That game is really cool, so I might play that as well. So we'll see what's up. Take care. Have a good one, okay? Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye, guys.